And welcome to F-Man's RSS Review. Today is Friday, December 18th, 2009, and currently followed 91 feeds across a variety of different subjects. Here's something that is pretty interesting, whether it's true or not. Who knows, but Twitter was hacked and defaced last evening by the Iranian cyber army. And if you remember in the summertime, when there were all those protests in Iran, a lot of the information was coming out from, using Twitter out of Iran. So it could be interesting to see if this was actually the Iranian cyber army. Ooh, scary stuff, people. Let's see what else is hot in the RSS world. Obviously, privacy groups are facing challenging Facebook. This was something we spoke about a little bit ago, but Google is in serious talks to buy Yelp, and it could really help boost Google's social networking world. Yelpers is what they actually call themselves. So you should probably check out this company, Yelp, YELP.com, and they've got about 26 million different users. And essentially, it's like a local social networking search engine kind of listing, blog kind of self-directed empire of Yelp. Okay, that's a $500 million company. Let's see what we saved over the last day or so. F-Man is a big fan of Blip.tv, and it looks like they actually had according to this article, a pretty quiet year. But one moment. This podcast is live, as you can tell. No editing. So, sorry about that, folks. So, Blip TV started a quiet year, and if you get according to their CEO, if you have a video, and you can check my show out on Blip TV, because, big fan, been using it for a very long time. If you get 100,000 views or more a month, you could be making close to $1,000 in advertising revenue. And some producers, he writes, the CEO, are close to $100,000 a year. So I wonder what this guy's making. Maybe he's making close to $10 billion a year. So Blip TV, they just released their new dashboard, and there is money to be made. So if you are a big D&D fan, you're going to love this one. This is a video using Microsoft's Surface, and let's see if we can play it. This is playing D&D. It's a work in progress, but essentially it's using Microsoft Surface, which is kind of like a very large version of the iPhone, touch sort of screen technology. So here they are. They're putting down their pieces and getting ready to play D&D. And it's kind of cool, isn't it? I mean, let's just watch this for a second or so. So there's the D&D Dungeon Master, and he sets out all the different parts to the maps to the game, and you can pick the different pictures and stuff like that. So it is definitely cool. The funny thing is, though, although this is playing on Microsoft Surface, if you notice the computer that the guy was using, it was a Mac. At least it looked like a Mac keyboard. So, anyways, looks like Canada is getting screwed again. They just never stand up for themselves as much as they probably should. But it looks like there is another secret copyright treaty between the EU and Canada, and the EU is really giving it to Canada this time. They're demanding much, much longer copyright terms and more liability for the ISPs. Basically in Canada, anything that gets beamed into your backyard, if you could receive the transmission, you can have it, and that's what I've always been led to believe. So I guess that's going to start to change a little bit, but looks like Europe's a little bit peeved off at what's been going on inside Canada, and everybody just downloading everything for free. So here's out of Formula One, F-Man's. I like this guy actually. His name is Robert Kubica, or Kubica. He's a Polish driver. He's been really successful. Had that crazy crash at the Montreal Grand Prix a few years ago, and just walked away from it with a little concussion. Probably some bruises as well. But he got picked up by Renault, and Renault recently sold 75% of their business to Jenny Capital. And so Robert's kind of like, you know what? I want to know what's going on here. How are you going to manage and run this team? You have no Formula One experience, and you're just a capital investment company, and I want to know what the strategy is going to be before I actually officially sign on to race for Renault. So there might be the option that Kubica is back out onto the market again, but there are a few seats left, and no top teams have any real seats totally left. Mercedes still has that rumor that Michael Schumacher will be back next season, and with them at Mercedes GP. So who knows what's going to happen to Robert? Most likely he'll just stick it out at Renault. I feel kind of bad for, has had some pretty bad luck. So back to Canada. Don't know why Canada's in the news so much, but they were one of the leaders in developing nuclear reactors, and it looks like the Atomic Energy of Canada Limited's Candu reactor division is up for sale. So if anybody actually wants to go and buy a Candu reactor, there is one for sale. It's a $1.4 billion refurbished model in New Brunswick, and it can be yours. But if you actually want to buy the company from the Canadian government and go off and sell your Candu reactor, that would be cool too. So thanks for dropping by, and we will see you again tomorrow.